how we doing?
This is for you. You've been thinking about it.
Let me know, what can I get you, anything?
You're nervous.
No problem.
The choice between staying with something stable or having your freedom.
Yep.
Being on your own, swimming in the deep end of uncertainty.
Hey. How you doing, Dave? I'm good, how are you?
So many fears. So many thoughts. But the feeling that comes when you finally said, I'm going to be the boss now.
Man, it feels damn good.
Florida, the new melting pot. 1,000 people move here every day. They're bringing their families, their traditions, and their stories. I'm one of them. I'm Junior. I've spent a lifetime in the food business. In Northeast Philly, you might remember the Gina Cotti. Now I'm here. Florida is not known for food, but maybe it should be. I'm discovering something. Buried in these strip malls with their pastel paint and stucco walls, artists are at work, and they want to talk to Junior.
And broccoli on the other side.
That's right, and then after that, we're gonna put it in the pizza oven. Hey. You ready, my babies?
You've got to start with why. Why work 2 jobs? Why spend 60 hours a week on your feet, putting your limbs into a propane inferno, bussing your tent and cooler from one end of town to another, wearing your fingers raw,
Thank you.
breaking your back, torturing your knees?
Trust the pizza guy.
For David Gonzalez, this is why.
This girl is everything, man. I became a father at a really young age, 19 years old. I'd just gone out of high school. I didn't know the direction I was going in, but I knew there was something I had to provide for.
What's up, babe?
The beginning started there, Domino's Pizza.
Oh, really?
Right, and I was a driver, actually. And I remember when I couldn't drive anymore, and they stuck me inside. Everyone hated when I worked with them because I would burn everything.
He learned to be a providing father from his own dad. He's a son of Argentinian immigrants and one of 7 children.
My dad was a pastor. My dad sang. There were duo singers. My dad, he's a musician. He plays 13 different instruments. We moved here, just migrated here because my dad loved the sunshine. Right. He didn't like the snow.
They were entrepreneurs themselves, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so
my dad had his own company, construction company, tile and marble company.
Okay.
That was my first trade, was learning the floors, tile and marble, travertine, learning how to install. I was 15 years old and using wet saws and getting my work ethic, you could say, or paying my rent, as my dad says.
Right. Dad says family is everything. Dad shows you how to work hard and how to provide. Dad shows you how to love. And when there's loss, Dad is everything.
My mom passed away when I was 11 from a car accident, and it was just my dad raising us. So teenage years was all my dad. I love your pizza and your snack stand. Got your grill.
So when David has kids of his own,
Rocking on, girl.
his dad's example of love and hard work was passed down.
You like working next to Daddy?
And when you're providing for your kids by making pizzas, that's what dinner time becomes. That's what playtime becomes. That's what memories become. Making pizzas with Dad.
That's where the dream sparked. I find this website where they have these ovens that are portable. So I'm like, man, that would be awesome to have. I got it as a gift for my birthday.
Okay.
One of those mini ovens, and just did in my neighborhood with my kids. So
Right, like in the backyard.
Right, but my son and my daughter, and my oldest daughter, they would run around and play with their friends, and then say, hey, my dad's making pizza. You guys want to come? So it would be like a weekend thing.
Okay.
So I think the experience was honestly with my kids first, because
Right.
it was the comfortability of feeding kids and them not worrying about the
Right.
food critic, you know? It's kids. They want cheese and pepperoni.
David spent nearly a decade in Fort Myers, raising 2 kids with Grandpa's help, all the while crafting pizzas.
What's up, y'all? Showing you a little peep what I do. Look.
10,000 hours. That's the magic number. You practice anything for 10,000 hours and you can master it. Your 9 to 5 is forced practice. Then you go home and feed your kids your handmade pizzas every day. A couple more hours of practice. Now you do that for years and years, and you don't just get good, you get great. By simply providing for your family, you've accidentally mastered the art of the Neapolitan pizza.
I did not put that thing down. It went from a hobby to an obsession.
When adults started weighing in, telling David he was onto something, that's when he started selling his art in parking lots.
It was every day. It was every day of tweaking this. Maybe a little bit of salt on the dough of here, a little bit of yeast here, see what I get. Cold fermentant, and just learning the process of like fermentation and cold proofing and weatherproofing and just a variety of knowledge I was exposing myself to. You haven't tried his pizza? It's amazing. Right. You should really try it. I think that's what made me like bulk up my own confidence to say, man, like stand behind your food. You're good at what you do. Go up at 10 o'clock at night. I would make pizzas all the way till 3 in the morning and make 8, 10, 15 pizzas.
Right.
You know, nowhere the numbers that where we're at now, because it was the beginning. Weekends there, just Fridays and Saturdays, slaving away at a pizza shop and then running and getting my things done, and then going to the club, loading everything up, unloading, packing, then making pizzas, right. And then taking it all down. People are like, why are you doing this? This is crazy. You know, you're a madman.
When he started selling out every night, that's when the moment came.
And I was scared to go on my own. I was scared.
Right.
And I look at it, I could have gone a year ago full time. Right. I worked 60 hours a week. I was exhausted from that. I wanted my time with my kids. So this broke that barrier. I take my kids to those private parties and birthday parties, and they jump on those bounce houses.
While David's name is all over his product, he would never say he did it alone.
A lot of friends that became family that are tied into this. I mean, before I had my work vehicle, people loan me their trucks for 2 years so I can get around. I swear, I didn't own a car. I had my Nissan Altima for 2 years still running this. And everyone's like, man, you have a new car every day. I'm like, it's not mine, it's a friend of mine. But that support is exactly what got me this far. I hire some of my friends who are good friends of mine, and they bring a good setting too, because they're also working for me, but they're also working for our dream, because it's not essentially just me anymore, because I have 5 employees that I pay. So now this operation used to be just Dave, but it's about now we have families that we take care of and make sure the payroll is there and consistency, and if somebody calls out, there's a backing in it. So there's a lot of family.
Business has been so good lately, David's thinking even bigger.
I am looking for a brick and mortar location, something I could, I would want to call it the headquarters, somewhere where I can have you could come and get my pie, you could come pick it up, you could come take out or dine in, or delivery, but I still essentially want to do what I do now, which is the catering style and the genuineness of being able to bring the pizza to you.
David's Neapolitan pizza is what you call a true family business model.
My son Noah, you could say he's my right-hand man. He also makes pizza. I don't ever want him to inherit the struggleness of the restaurant and whatnot, but I want him to learn the other side of like, hey, I earned everything and you can earn everything too, but also this is how you do it. I did come from an immigrant father. I didn't have anything. I started with 1 table and 1 oven to get to where it is now. So it helped me be humble about a lot of things. Because he's also one of my employees. You know, my dad's in my payroll. I pay my dad.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I do. Because he doesn't work anymore. He doesn't have a means of income, and I don't want him to do work talent anymore. So I support my dad. And all he does is just take care of the kids when I'm working. So it works out pretty well.
Wow.
They get their time with Grandpa, and Grandpa's taken care of.
Even though David is the boss now, his dad still imparts wisdom from his own business background.
I was really stressed I just came home from doing one gig. I was late to another. My dad goes, stop. And he grabs my shoulder and goes, hey. He's like, look where you're at. He goes, you're living the American dream. I think about a lot my mom. And I would think about what she would say now. Or what she would... the words that should come out of her mouth, I assume, would be somewhere along the lines of, I'm proud of you, or look at you kind of thing, and it feels good.
This son of immigrants started with one oven.
How is it?
Ambition. This is how this country was built.